Over the past year, it's very possible you've become familiar with a program called Zoom. And until the pandemic, because I had never had what many would call a real job, I had never heard of Zoom. And now I pretty much use it every day. I love it. You can literally sit up in bed like the Undertaker at 8:59 and be at work at 9 o'clock. There's no commute, no traffic. You don't have to find parking. It's great. Now people have been Zooming for so long, you get to see their whole personality right behind them. I even found a whole store dedicated to selling nothing but Zoom backgrounds. It was called Barnes and Noble. And while many people have chosen to take a more librarial approach, others have chosen to take a more fun approach, like my background. And still some have chosen to have a background that's not even real, like my background. This is actually a green screen. My real background, the one with the real toys, is actually right over here. And you can see I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got Mr. Garrison from South Park, and Bob Ross, Luke Harper from WWE, Mr. T. And this is the kind of stuff that makes me love Zoom, because you get a peek inside someone else's world. Before Zoom, I had no idea Gary even collected swords. I had always suspected that he was a sword guy, but now I know for sure. And I can work on becoming better friends with Gary because A, so he won't use the swords on me, and B, so he'll show me those cool ass swords. Not only do you get to see what people are into, but you get to see who they live with. It could be spouses, kids, roommates, and sometimes you get a full-on wave and acknowledgement of the camera. Hope you guys have a good meeting. And other times it's just a blur, a streak in the background, and now you're not sure if Gary lives with a roommate or has a Bigfoot in his house or his roommate is Bigfoot. But one thing's for sure. Now I'm going to be spending the rest of this meeting hunting for Bigfoot. And if Bigfoot's not quite your thing, maybe you'll get to meet somebody's other pets, and sometimes not on purpose. But every once in a while, you'll get a cat that comes along and he'll show the whole office his butt, which really breaks up the monotony. And as a cat owner, I know a cat showing his butt is a sign of trust and friendship, but to Gary, the keeper of swords, he probably thinks he just stumbled across my cat's OnlyFans. I don't want to hear one peep out of you or anybody else about my cat and his OnlyFans, because times are hard out here and you gotta do what you gotta do. And also be sure to check out his page for more hot and steamy content. But it's not all business and cat butts. Sometimes you can get in trouble with Zoom too. You should treat it like you're actually at work. That means don't take your computer into the bathroom, because just because you think you muted your microphone doesn't always mean your microphone is muted. The same goes for your camera. And for the love of God, be completely dressed. Even if you're sitting down like I am right now, be 100% dressed. Yes, you could be business formal from the waist up and porky piggin from the waist down, but one wrong bump of the camera and now the whole office knows you showed up to work, but your pants didn't. And that's a whole lot worse than a cat butt. So here's to you, Zoom, for making work a little more tolerable than before. And until next time, I'm Brent Terhune, signing off the Zoom call. All right. I think that went well. Let's go ahead and get that uploaded, and then let's go shopping for some swords.